Guys, Mars Singing here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. And so with the Part 2 LR banners now out on Global, the physical LR metal cooler is now finally returned and available for you to get for the second time, which means you can either pull him from the banner, he is on Gohan's banner, or obviously you can now get him with coins from the coin shop. He obviously requires the new teal like carnival coins. So I thought, just like I did with the Carnival Goku a little bit earlier on this evening, we're going to do sort of like a re-showcase here for Metal Cooler, just to show off what he's looking like nowadays. Unfortunate start there straight away. He actually has the ability to negate unarmed super attacks, so he can negate the super from the first two phases of the Broly event, and unfortunately he did not do that. However, we are going to get to see one of his extra abilities, which is quite useful, which is of course the sheer amount of healing that he is able to actually give us, right? He heals you at the start of the turn. I believe he gives you extra healing if you are below a certain amount of HP. And then at the end of the turn, if you have another unit whose name includes Metal Cooler, he gives you even more healing on top of that. So he gets, yeah, it's 10% at the start of the turn. If your HP is 50% or less, you get an additional 10%. And then you get 10% at the end of the turn if he's been attacked, and then an additional 5% if there's another ally whose name includes Metal Cooler. So if you meet all of those restrictions, then he is healing a total of, what is it, 35% by the end of the turn, which is pretty good. So I do want to get, I should get you floated off really and have, we'll let Golden Frieza have his own rotation here. And then, yeah, we'll just go ahead and do this for now. The LR Metal Cooler army is a really good link partner for the LR Metal Cooler as well. They share a ton of links. The Metal Cooler army is a support unit, gives defense. So they work very well together. I believe when the worldwide celebration happened on Global, actually, we didn't have the LR Metal Cooler army EZA yet. But JP did, and so we weren't actually able to run that rotation at that time. So obviously Golden Frieza here, you know, type advantage, his first turn, so he's not been losing any damage reduction yet. So of course he tanks Broly for double digits. Cooliza can be a bit of a weak link on the team if he's not getting a lot of super attacks early, but it is kind of interesting that out of all of those random like Dragon Ball Fusions cards, I think he's the one. I'm trying to think who else. I guess Janembu is the other one, right? They're the only ones that kept any sort of relevancy for like a reasonable amount of time. Like, he's actually pretty decent on this team. And if you're getting turns like that where you're getting the triple super, then obviously he actually can stack up defense like relatively well. So yeah, it's unfortunate that we started off with the rotations the way that we did, but we'll see if we can recover here. Already we're at the point where we just can't get the 12 key super for LR Final Form Cooler because he just gets so much key. But yeah, this rotation's not bad. They obviously share links like Big Bad Bosses, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. So, you know, they can look pretty strong together. Metal Cooler does also build up key and then attack and defense with each attack received. He needs to be hit 4 times in order to get fully built up. He gets 4 key and 60% attack and defense. He does have the great chance to nullify unarmed super attacks. And then, of course, he has the revival. Now, it's a very interesting revive because it's different to, I think, every other character. Is he the only one? I think Hercule might actually have that as well now, the free-to-play one, but only when he EZAs. Physical Metal Cooler will revive, but only if he is the one that dies. Now, there's positives and negatives to this. Obviously, the negative is it has to be him. So, say, for example, in this event, if we get hit with Broly's AoE, and because he's physical, he's going to take a ton of damage. But if he survives with, like, 1 HP, and then the next person on the rotation then gets hit and dies, we die, and it's game over. Whereas if we move the rotation around, so the other unit gets hit, and we potentially get enough damage that we're on 1 HP, and then Metal Cooler gets hit and gets killed, then he revives. So, been super unlucky in this event so far as well, actually, because this Broly can be super attack countered by Metal Cooler, and he didn't get countered either. So very unfortunate getting the bad luck on this one today. Bit of a shame. I like to do these, I wanted to do these re-showcases just to kind of show that both the Carnival Goku and the Metal Cooler can still be pretty good. And so, of course, we get the unfortunate RNG because it's a great chance as well. So it's 70%. So it's basically just the UI Goku meme all over again, right? Of UI Goku not dodging, even though he has a 70% chance. Metal Cooler has a 70% chance to nullify the super from STR and then Tech Broly. And he just didn't do it either time for some reason, which is not really what we want. So how do I want to play this out here? Now, I could, if I wanted to, I could use the Cooler active skill to potentially avoid a super attack here from Broly. I think what I should do is this, because I think as long as he doesn't super immediately in slot 1, I'm fairly sure, although not 100% sure, that STR Cooler wouldn't die from the super, but then Metal Cooler will, and then we'll get the revival with physical Metal Cooler. So let's see how this plays out. Of course he did. If we'd done the Supernova, we would have cancelled out the Super. So, alright, yeah, so Metal Cooler's getting clapped here. But there you go. That's what you want to do. If we'd done the rotation the other way around, 450k, Metal Cooler would have survived that. And then Final Form Cooler would have died, and it would have been game over. So that is the awkward thing about his revival. But if you can play it out correctly, that's why in that turn that was the correct play, right? Because Cooler would have tanked the normal attacks reasonably well. I'm not sure if he would have taken double digits. How much defense did he have? Like 350k. So he would have been okay from the normal attacks, and then obviously from there we were all good. So I think what we want to do here, do we want to super with Metal Cooler first? Now, because obviously now we can't revive again. So I think if anything, we probably want to super with Cooliza first. Can't get him an actual super here, but of course he does have a bunch of additionals built in. So we'll do this, and then we'll do this. Build up these same type orbs so we can build up the Dokkan attack for when we get to AGL Broly. But yeah, Cooliza getting the additional supers here is exactly what we need. Another one? Additional normal. Well, you know, he put some effort in, considering we couldn't even get enough ki for him to actually get a super attack here, so not too bad. I wonder if Broly will give us a bit of a reprieve this turn. He supered immediately in slot 1 on the previous turn, so I would quite like it if he just didn't super this turn, but, you know, I guess we'll see how that plays out. Obviously, LR Golden Frieza able to go ham. He's on the banner as well. He's on Goku's banner, so not the same banner as Metal Cooler, unfortunately, anymore. It was on JP, but they changed it on Global for some reason. So now my Golden Frieza is Rainbow. So he's obviously putting out some pretty tasty damage numbers here. Alright, Broly, don't super. Okay, pretty good. Now, Metal Cooler doesn't raise defense on his supers, unfortunately. He raises defense for 1 turn on his 12 ki, which does colossal damage and greatly lowers attack. And then his 18 ki is massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal. So he does, what I meant to say is he does raise them for the turn, but he doesn't stack. So obviously he is better defensively after he's super attacked, but oh, this is actually a really sketchy turn, because like, unfortunately, Metal Cooler, so what is he up to here? 600k defense. Now, that is pretty good, but remember, Broly hits for like over 1 million damage. So let's go ahead and drop the Supernova here with LR Final Form Cooler. And then we can... I will be sure to exterminate every last one of you. So good. Still looks so good. And then, yeah, we'll do the Metal Cooler one after this as well. The Metal Cooler one can heal you, so sometimes it's not... Oh, I didn't crit, goddamn. Type disadvantage is so annoying, right? Like, we do so much less damage if we don't get the crit. So his active skill can be activated starting from the 5th turn if you've received 7 attacks, or after the revival skill is activated. So whichever one it is that revives, you can use it straight away after that. And it does greatly raise attack temporarily, ultimate damage, and recover 30% HP. So I think it does count as... Does it? Oh no, because his passive, he doesn't get defense for supering. It's just from his actual super attack effect. So if we do his active skill here, his defense won't go up. But
I'll drain every bit of your life force.
Drain that life force. Quit.
I'll take as much as I please.
Oh, he didn't crit either. God, disappointing rotation of active skills, unfortunately. I'm a bit worried about this guy right here. If I can get 3 orbs for him, that would definitely be the 3 rainbow orbs, right? Because then he gives extra support. So actually, if we grab these with metal final form cooler, then we can grab these. Alright, so let's see. Does Cooler live a super attack in slot 1? Will we find out? Or was that maybe that first attack that got supernovaed away? Maybe that was a super right there. 12.3. Still pretty good. I mean, the biggest problem is his loss of defensive tech. Now that we've got the revive with one of the metal coolers, so this guy can't revive. If he did get supered by Broly in slot 1 and just die, then that would be it, right? It'd be GG. And then in comes LR final form cooler, dropping basically the same attack stat. It's pretty good. We just need these additional 12 keys to come in clutch here now. Because Cooler, if he gets all of his additionals as the 12 key supers, so he gets all that extra defense, he actually can survive a super attack from Broly. But you need to get, like, basically all of them. I mean, we do have big bad bosses. We do have the support from that STR free-to-play metal cooler. But we did get 2 normal attacks here that were not supers. So it could be GG. I don't know, it's going to be close. It's going to do a lot of damage still, isn't it? We did get 2 supers, but... 485k. I mean, unfortunately, I think this guy's about to get clapped. But... that was pretty decent. I mean, he double supered. He should tank the normals, but if Broly supers again, it is GG here. But... oh, 119k, really? That was actually more than I expected. Well... there you go, bro. Maybe I should have built the team slightly differently. I should have probably had second thoughts about that STR metal cooler. I just wanted to bring a support unit. But, I mean, physical metal cooler definitely did well in that run, aside from the bad RNG with the counters. So, I mean, let me know what you guys think. I think it's very clear that compared to the Carnival Goku, this guy has aged quite significantly. But one thing to think about is the fact that the new Omega stage that's come out on JP, which is now on the JP version, the hardest event in the game, the final boss phase is Int. So Metal Cooler could be interesting. The phase before is STR though, and does AoEs. So I wonder how badly exterminated he would get in that stage. That'll be interesting to see once that comes to global. But let me know what you guys think about Metal Cooler down below in the comment section. Do you think he's worth the coins? Do you think he's past his prime now? I think if you were considering between getting one of the 2, I mean, it just makes sense to get the Carnival Goku, right? He's on a lot more of the teams, but I suppose it depends, right? They are on very different teams. If you like running extreme teams, movie bosses, that kind of thing, then obviously Metal Cooler is pretty good, and it's going to be much more useful than Carnival Goku. But, I mean, considering Carnival Goku is on teams with some of the most powerful units in the game, whereas this guy, I mean... we've got, what, LR Final Form Cooler, still probably one of the best extreme units, and then Golden Frieza's pretty good, but... outside of that, this guy, unfortunately, probably not so worth it anymore. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.